computers. Okay, so we got a number of things that we want to get through today. First of all, thanks for giving us your time tonight and spending this. We haven't done it in a couple of weeks, and there's a number of things we want to get through tonight, just to sort of tie up the year, talk a little bit about the Christmas season, and then we're also going to talk a little bit about just some things that we learned in a social school that we went to a couple of weeks ago there. So there's some housekeeping things, and this is really important because we're seeing less and less of this over the last little while, but we need to ensure that we're not posting our ads in the Dream Team for likes just on the Dream Team page. There is a spot in the Dream Team for that, and I'm going to share this for you just so you can see this. So, when you're in Facebook and you log in and you go to the Dream Team, on the left-hand side of the screen here, you'll see discussion, chats, announcements. You go down to Files, and in this section, in the File section, there's a place to post your, here it is. It's post your business page here. Ad seasoning, leave your ads for ad seasoning. So you click on that, and you can add your post in there. You just go right to the bottom and then just add it on the bottom there, right down in here. Now, how do you add a post into the Dream Team? Well, it's in the training. So let me show you where that is. So in the training, there's a part here, running your business. I think maybe it's advertising. I think I did this a long time ago, and I'm going to update this. How to add your, it's in here somewhere. I should have lined this up before we did this. It is here. I'll have to look for it, and I'll post it. But there is a spot in there to how to season your ad, okay? And so I'll find that and post it. But, there is a way to go about that. And it's really important that you don't clutter the Dream Team page with requests for likes and all that stuff. And there's a reason behind that, because the Dream Team page is our warmest market. And that's where all, gosh, there's almost 10,000 people in there, and we don't want to clutter it with like our and love our page or like our, all this type of stuff. We want you to use the file section for that. And so if we see it, we'll delete it. And all the administrators or the moderators of the Dream Team will do that. You can still post your link to your ad in the KCM Flock chat. You can like it there. But I think your best bet is to put it in the file section of the Dream Team. And listen, if you're one of those people that likes to have your ad seasoned with loves and likes and comments from fellow Dream Team members, then you need to go into that section and like and love or whatever and comment on other people's ads as well. So it's a two-way street. So if you're going to ask for them, you need to reciprocate. Okay, typically it's a 3-to-1 reciprocation is what is a good rule of thumb. So that's that. Anything else about that, Karen?
No, I don't.
Oh, I wanted to also mention that we never post our ad for season. Having said all of that, we don't do that. And there's a couple of reasons. I'm just going to clean that. There's a couple of reasons why we don't do that. One, I'm not sure there's a lot of value added in, having friends and people that that, commenting on to saying, yeah, this is a great business, oh, this is so awesome, you guys are great, or that type of thing. It kind of underscores the validity of the whole event in a way, and the pursuit. So we like to just have people just put our ad out there, and whoever sees it. But some people like to do it. I'm not saying it's wrong, but okay. Just some thoughts. At the end of the day, if you're not comfortable putting comments in, you can just like it or love it, and it doesn't matter, right? Okay. So we're entering the dreaded Christmas season.
And if you work online,
hence there'll be a lot of this consumed over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, and we learned this last year, and it was tough for us because Christmas was the downtime for me when I was off work, and I was ready to jump into the business. But things slow down really, really, really slow.
Yeah.
And this is a time to unplug and just season your page. Brand yourself. Just focus on yourself. Focus on your family. Look after yourselves and be with the ones you love, because Facebook is nasty over Christmas. And and what we were told last year is they hired temp people over the Christmas season, and they're looking for a job, and they're going through your ads like a fine-tooth comb, and many ads get shut down over the Christmas season.
We had 3 turned off last week.
Yeah. So what if you've got an ad running, don't change it. Don't edit it. Don't add ad budget money. If you're getting lots of leads, just leave it. Just wait until January. There's lots of people out there fighting for ad space in the Facebook world, and we are just a tiny, tiny part of it. So what we're advising starting today is just post on your page and leave your ads alone. And don't change them, don't add them, don't stop them. Leave it as is, and just let them simmer. And take the time to unplug over the Christmas season, because what we learned last year when January hit, well, Sacred Heart of God, it's going to go crazy.
Holy Blue Blessed,
Holy Blue, Sacred Heart of God, Mary, Joseph, and Jesus. Yeah, so get ready for January, because rest up. That's what we're saying. But don't change anything, because you're going to flag yourself, because they're going to be giving you the punt on that.
So sometimes you find in these downtimes that you're really excited to get at things, and if you absolutely can't unplug and you want to do something, there's a training session that Facebook offers. It's called Facebook Blueprint. And if you were just to let me go back here. If you were just to go onto your page, or even go onto into a page and just type in Molly, settle down. Type in Facebook Blueprint. It'll take you to some online courses that you could take, and they're pretty easy. They're there's all kinds of courses. They're about 15 minutes each. Some of them are pretty simple, Some of them are half an hour, but there's all kinds of information in there. So Facebook Blueprint is if you got to use and do something, then that's something you can do. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or work on an ad for the new year.
Yeah.
To put out fresh for January.
That's what we're going to do.
That's great.
We're going to go into that. And
we need to
pick away at maybe a couple more courses, but we're going to shoot a new ad.
Yeah.
And that's the other tip is that you should always have another ad ready to go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Always have another ad. Val's pointing at the screen.
Udemy.
Instead of typing. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, Udemy.
Go learn for cheap.
Yeah. Okay. Udemy's good.
Good. And Maja just got a buyer. Awesome.
Maja just got a buyer. Wow.
That's great.
Congrats, Maja. Is she here? Let's see. She is here. She should be dancing and going crazy.
Going crazy if you're here,
Maja. You see Maja going crazy anywhere? Anyone?
No.
No?
Don't see her anywhere.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So that's that.
Okay.
And we just had some more people show up. So, maybe I should introduce the people that are here.
Yeah, let's do that before we get into them.
Let me get this over here.
Should I turn the light on for a minute?
Sure.
Okay. We're sitting in the dark for
Look, so Kim Zink, she's here with Leah.
Hello. Merry Christmas.
There's Craig and Sandy.
Aloha.
There's Kim and Jeff in the beautiful Christmas sweaters. Yeah, drinking keg beer that we have left over. And there's Adriana.
Yay.
Oh, there's Melody.
Oh, hi.
She's got a sweater that lights up.
And Rick and Sue behind
We didn't
you.
have a menu.
Glad you made it, Linda. There's Rick and Sue Fraser. There's Rick, yeah. All the way down from. Oh, there, look at, there's Linda. Linda, Brenda. Yes. Welcome, you guys. Yeah. Come on in. There's wine there.
Yeah.
Help yourself.
I just need the background noise.
Yeah.
Too noisy.
Okay, is it pretty noisy in there with the background noise? Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, you guys. So when we're talking, you guys have to stop talking in here. Okay.
Just like a classroom.
Yeah.
Clap your hands if you can hear me.
Okay. So those Facebook. Now you wanted to talk about the social.
The social school
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
So
So back in November, Chris and I were in Calgary at the Calgary Public Library, and we attended an all-day session speaking with, there were 12 different speakers about social media, and they were all marketing experts. And it was great to go because it showed us that our training is absolutely phenomenal. So did we learn anything new? We learned a couple of things new, but they also showed us what we're doing right. So I'm just going to cover 4 points that they went over that stood out to Chris and I. And the first one was branding. And branding is very important when you're advertising on Facebook. They really emphasize this, that people don't want professionalism. They want the human. They want to know not what you're selling. They want to know who's selling it. So branding is so important. People want to like and trust who they're doing business with. So the brand you're putting on your page, people want to know who you are. So they compared your business page as your home, that you are welcoming people into your home, and people want to see what's behind the curtain. And so every speaker said that to us about being human. And it's about being continually excited about your brand. And when you're excited, then people are going to be interested. Being human at all costs. It says you set the stage and people will engage. What else did they want to see? Right. They talked about Facebook and Instagram. Their stats were saying 80% of the people are on Facebook, which is why we use Facebook. Everybody is on it. 32% are on Instagram, which surprised me. They talked about voice media, voice to text and voice commands with Google Home and whatnot. And right now there's 23% that are doing that. However, the majority of the people that are using voice commands are either 1, playing music, or 2, asking for the weather. Like that's what they're using it. But by the year 2020, 50% of the people are going to be doing more voice command kind of stuff. Instagram, they talked about videos are huge on Facebook. They really pushed videos, vibrant colors, talk less, short videos, vibrant colors, and your text needs to grab them. Your text and your thumbnail. Again, this is stuff we've told everybody and we've learned before too. So you want to pique their interest. You've only got 3 seconds to grab them, because people are not only, instead of going from scrolling, people are swiping. And I know, Val, you had mentioned that with story ads. People are really going for the story ads. So you really want really great pictures. Of course, kids and animals always sell. Mm-hmm. Right?
They talked about length of video too, didn't they?
No, that was Mike and Darren.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that short videos, right? Right. And they mentioned Canva is a great platform to make your posts. We already knew that. But they also mentioned Unfold for creating stories, and it's an app called Unfold. I hadn't heard of it, and I haven't looked at it yet. But a couple of the presenters spoke to that. unfold. And again, your color. Yeah, I mentioned
Okay.
colors needing to be vibrant. Okay, then they talked about Facebook, and they said the biggest mistake advertisers make, and this was interesting to me because we're always talking about who we should target. And they're saying one of the biggest faults Facebook advertisers, which is what we are, make is that the targeting is too broad. Your targeting should be more specific. You want to target your audience and you want to target your brand. When we knew about targeting our brand, but I know when we started, we thought we needed to target all of Canada or all of golf. So now when we target, say if we're targeting golf, we'll target Nike shoes or we'll target Titleist golf balls. Always a smaller audience. Again, they're saying you're not selling your product online. You don't want to tell people all about the product. You want to tell them what it's going to do for them and what it's doing for you. So that's what you got to talk about and speak to, is what this is doing for you. And of course, we're not talking about water machines. People are not clicking the link to buy a water machine. They're clicking the link to be for more time and more money. So that's what you're going to speak to. And yeah, and the last thing that really spoke to us, they really talked about reputation and integrity. And the quickest way to build your reputation and your integrity is your response time. So always follow up and always make sure they have a positive experience on your Facebook. Having negative feedback is a reality for any business, whether you're selling rosaries or whether you're selling, if you're promoting an online business, you are going to get that negative feedback. The fact is people are going to be watching how you respond to negative feedback. So it's good to respond online to show people that you're human, you're not perfect, not everybody's going to like you. But they did also say that if it does get nasty with vulgar language and things like that, then you take it offline, of course, and then that's when you go to the.
But like you say, there's real value added in acknowledging that someone has posted something negative, and then you can turn that by responding. You can turn that around.
Exactly, and it just brings that human factor.
Right.
Right. They really. Out of, in the 7 hours, I bet you we heard it every 20 minutes. Just be who you are. And not everybody's going to like you. So get over yourself because you're not that important, number one. And number two, you want to attract people like you. So if people don't like you, they're not like you. So you don't want to work with them anyway. Right. So just people will come, but be human. Really brand your page, and that's what you really gotta. Let's just get your page really seasoned beautifully over the Christmas holidays. I know Chris and I were out in the mountains last night, and we posted a bunch of pictures and the interactions that we had. And even they talked about responding to each one, even if it's a couple of words. Facebook wants your engagement, and they love videos. And Facebook realizes people love videos because. Reading takes time and reading takes effort, and not everybody has the same reading level, but everybody has the same eyesight level. So it's just easier to listen and watch, and you want to make it easy for people. So those were the golden nuggets that we got, and we were, different people would post questions. They were talking about business manager. And so in this big theater at the library, if you haven't been to the Calgary Library, you should honestly go. It's a beautiful place. So in this theater, they had a huge, gigantic screen at the top. And of course, everybody's on their phones taking notes and whatnot. And as the speaker spoke, if you had a question, you could type it in onto their app and your question would come up on the big screen. So the questions they asked, like so many of them, we could answer ourselves. Like Chris and I almost put our hands up to say, what's a pixel? You guys don't know what a pixel is? Or where do you find business manager on Facebook? So this group of dream teamers, you know what? If you have a chance over the Christmas holidays, send Darren and Mike a message and thank them, because they like this whole day long session, it cost us $150 each. They like Darren and Mike are so far ahead of the game. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
So that was very reaffirming to
For
us.
sure.
Yeah. So.
And they offer that social school offers courses and stuff
All
that
the
you can
time.
take.
Yeah. So check them out. It's called Social School Calgary. They have an office down in Inglewood, and you can go down there and work with people. They can look at your business page. You can talk to people down there, and they can have a look at what you're doing and stuff like that. And yeah. So, but you could probably teach them a thing or two.
Yeah.
Every one of you here for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Anything else from those 3,000 pages?
How long folks staying at Cruising thinking of coming out after? It's not going to be an all-nighter, Sally Lyons.
No.
We're kicking them out. Oh, no, I don't have school tomorrow. Yeah, come on out. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Attraction coaching, that's great. Yeah.
Exactly. So just a couple of other things to remind you guys about, how this works and how it's set up is that, anyone here can be a coach. And the rules are, once you're 3A, you can become a coach. And we really encourage you to do that, for a number of reasons. One, it's another income stream for you. $50 US a call, which is really helpful. And then also you really start to get to know your downline, and your downline's downline. And because there's a chance there in that half an hour to 45-minute call, depends how you set it up. I set mine up as 45-minute calls just because.
Well, you talk hockey for 20.
Yeah.
and then you talk about how old I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife, Karen,
35
she's older
minutes,
than me, and
then
she
I get
can
a
do
5-minute
this.
call in at the very end.
Yeah.
No, we just try to, it gives you a chance to get to know people. And I did a lot of these coaching calls in here with a lot of people that are here, and just gives me a chance, to see where you're at, and over time you sort of start to get to know people a bit more personally, which makes it much better.
Paul and Helena McLean were here on the weekend, and we were talking with them about this.
Yeah.
And they agreed with us that that's when you really take ownership of your business. Because when you're talking, especially like when you do coaching calls, for people, we know the people, the people you're doing coaching calls to, then can we work with this person? Like if they're coming across challenging, like Mel D, we took her anyway.
Yeah. But she was so challenging, we didn't want to give her to anybody.
Yeah, that's right. We love our little French girl.
But we're really excited because, Dolores Eaton's completed all her coaching. She's got it dialed in. She's ready to go. Val is
another one
short little call away from doing this. Nick and Kathleen are ready to go. Jody and Rob are going to shake the monkey off the back and get at her. There's quite a few of you here. Oh, the deals.
Susan
really
Deals.
close to
coaching call with you after that was something.
Yeah. The hardest call will be your practice with Chris.
Yeah.
Yes, because he's being a douche.
I might be a little hard on you, but that's just because we want you to have it ready, right? And I want you to make sure that. So I'll ask you some challenging questions and then straighten out your answers if they're not perfectly aligned. And I think Maria's doing calls now.
Yes,
right, Maria?
she is. Maria Reyes.
Yes, she is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's lots going on. Lots of big successes in this last couple of weeks. A couple of people that have been doing this for a while got their first and second distributors here right away. Bernice Hebert, she's got a couple of really strong distributors underneath her, and
coming down the pipe.
And that's just perseverance, guys. That's all that is.
Let's talk about the Enagic party in Vancouver. We have to share about that. Chris and I went out to Vancouver last week because
December 7th,
we had 3 accounts hit 6A.
Yeah.
So that was exciting for us. So we went to the meeting, and the Enagic office, when you guys go out there to pick up your bonus checks, we're going to go with you. But you have to go to see the office because it's in the middle of the industrial area. It's just like a little box of there's nothing fancy. They all sit at cubicles. It's so funny. The head honcho, like whatever his name was. What's his name?
His first name is Go. We were telling
We called him Go Live.
Yeah, by the end of the night, we were calling him
Go Live. But
I'm not
anyway,
sure he found
but
it funny.
his office is the size of our bathroom. Like, you would think this multi-billionaire company would have this, but they are expanding. They are getting a new office, right?
Yeah.
So we had a beautiful dinner, and the Dream Team made up about 35% of the crowd, which was really good. And I think we sent a really strong message to Enagic of how good we are. And I think they were very impressed by Darren and Mike. And everyone that spoke really gave accolades to Mike and Darren, because Mike and Darren take all the bullets for us with Enagic. They really do.
Take a lot of them.
They take a lot of bullets. And it's challenging for them. But I think they got a strong message of the integrity of Mike and Darren. They really got the message that week. So.
And they awarded,
the
Enagic awarded their own staff, and they had them come up and they lined the whole stage, all the staff that was able to make it.
Right.
And, the whole Dream Team crowd stood up.
As a standing ovation.
Cheered and clapped for them, and nobody else did. And so that really looked good. And that wasn't something we had planned. It was just something that happened because
we were so grateful to the people on the other end of the phone. So our gratitude really showed. And I don't think they knew how to react to it. And the rest of the crowd, they were mainly Asian, right? Like it was because it's a Japanese company, and maybe they don't do that in their culture. I don't know, but they looked at us quite strange.
Yeah,
but not as strange as when Chris and Paula sang.
Yeah,
which was
I got some good vertical on that closing.
You got a little, he dislocated a hip, but it was good. So anyway, I think they were very humbled by our reaction to the Enagic staff, because we showed our gratitude, which we always do, especially in Team McCollum. That's what we're about, is showing gratitude. And so it was interesting, the reaction that they didn't get from the majority of the room. Yeah. But many of them are selling door to door.
That's right.
That's how they
different
way of selling.
One guy came up to me and said, you got the 6A in a month? And I'm like, oh, take it easy. Take it easy. It took me, took us a year, year and a half to get all those accounts. Oh, there's Maja. Hey, Maja, you got a buyer tonight. I'm going to unmute you. Did you know that you got a buyer? Maja, can you hear me? Maja, can you hear me?
Yes.
Where are you?
Where are you?
Trying to find her. You got a buyer.
Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there. Where?
Oh, there you are.
There you are. There you are.
Yeah, you got a buyer.
Is this your first?
You know what? You know what? This guy just messaged because I put on 2 ads now, and this guy just commented on and it's actually an immigration kind of targeting. And he's just sent a message, for more info. And I just, I was told to use small and sweet, from Chris answers. And he didn't even reply back or anything. But you know what? Today is just such a good day for me. And then I see it. I was like, oh, my God.
Oh, that's great.
So, Maja, here's a couple of tips.
Maya.
Oh, sorry.
Maya.
I prefer Maja. But if you want Maya, she wants her name pronounced the way she wants it. She can have it. Yes. Maya.
Yes.
This is a perfect, when we're done this Zoom, get out and do a go live on your page and capture that energy. You've got this crazy positive, you can just see you're glowing here.
Yeah.
I know.
So congrats. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Awesome news.
Yeah, that's great.
And that's a good point to talk about, you guys. Like, if you're having a down day, or if you're not having a super day, it's probably not a good time to do a go live or an ad. But when you're having an up day, like Maya is today, that's a awesome time. I still think we should call her Maja.
You know what? I vote for that too.
Yeah, she's gonna hate me.
Okay, the crowd has voted.
But
the council has voted.
But Maya's got some great energy, right? And that's when you want to capture it in a go live, because it comes across. It's not like it's fake. It's real.
Mhm.
And so take advantage of that.
See, we always thought we had such great energy when we were drinking wine, and we had to delete a couple of golas.
Yes.
Because in our mind, after a bottle of wine, we're geniuses,
Yeah.
but it doesn't come across that way.
No.
So you got to be careful with that fine line.
Yeah. Don't drink it live.
Don't
That's
drink
one
it
thing
live.
we learned in Vancouver. Oh, by the way, yeah, we did a couple of videos there from the Enagic party that were pretty fun. Don't judge me on that pole climb in that limo.
Yeah, he's a fireman at heart.
Yeah.
It wasn't a fire pole. Anyway, let's talk about Zooms in the new year.
Oh, yes. Okay.
What's
So
going to happen?
things are going to change in the new year. And Mike and Darren have found that there's a number of different groups that are doing these very things every Tuesday. And they thought, well, why are we duplicating all this effort? Why not broadcast something like this to the whole group? And so they're starting something called Newbie Tuesdays, and we call them NTs for short. You know, there's masterminds, MMs, and we'll call Newbie Tuesdays NTs. And they'll go through a lot of the things that we do on a Tuesday night.
Mhm.
And so we're doing all of January.
Yeah, and we between Paul and Helena McLean, Simon Hill, and Chris and I, we will do the Newbie Tuesdays starting January 9th. And the first one is branding yourself and getting started. Week 2 is going to be about your business page. Week 3 is about leads and buyers, and week 4 is about advertising. So it's going to go in sequence. So we won't be doing these whole Casey McCollum ones anymore. One, we're getting too big, and our Zoom will only take 100 people.
Right.
So we are going to be doing Chris and I will be doing Zooms every 2 weeks for coaches only. And coaches then, because many of you are doing Zooms with your downline already. So we're going to do just coach Zooms every 2 weeks. January, we will do the Newbie Tuesdays, and then some other buddy, 6A, will do them in February and March. And so we've committed to Darren and Mike to do the Newbies Tuesdays for everybody. And so, you know, we welcome you all to come to that. But our Zooms, KC Zooms now, will be just for coaches only, and you will then have Zooms with your leader. Please know that when we do the Newbie Tuesdays on Tuesday, Team McCollum, you'll still be the favorites, and there may be prizes just for Team McCollum. I don't know.
And
I'm
Team
just saying.
McCollum show every
I do. I've always had a favorite student, and I will have favorites. So
No,
Just saying.
so we're doing the first one and the fourth one. We're setting up a kind of a curriculum for all 4 Newbie Tuesday Zooms, and they'll just repeat. They'll just repeat in succession. So there'll be NT1, NT2, 3, and 4, and then they'll set up and they'll just run. And if there's happens on a holiday, then we'll just run the latest replay. And then we're constantly tweaking the curriculum of that. Once we sort of see, oh, that didn't work. Oh, that was horrible. We do it this way, or
right.
not unlike these Zooms.
Cece had a good question. We
Yes.
are her direct mentor. Yes, Cece. Coaches and anybody that's in our direct downline. You are directly under us. You know, Sally Lyon is directly under us. Rick and Sue are directly under us. So yes, you will be included on those coaches Zooms. So it's only going to be our direct downline. If your mentor is like Val and Jerry, Melody DeRoger, then your mentor will be at those, as well as our direct downlines. Yes, thanks for clarifying that. Yeah. And yes, we will record them, Belinda.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Belinda, you're another one that's in our direct downline.
Yeah.
Belinda. So, but we will record them, and absolutely your mentors like Val and Jerry, you know, whatever we record, you can share with your downline. Melody can share with her downline or whatever. So they will all be recorded. It's not that they're going to be confidential, but you absolutely can share them if you find they're of value.
We don't have a day for the coaches Zooms yet, Val.
No.
We haven't worked that out yet. We want to see how this goes. It's going to be a little heavy initially, and we're just trying to find a way that you know, because we want the coaches and the people that are starting to build their downline. We want you guys to you know, take ownership for your own group too, and start doing your own kind of Zooms as well. But we thought if we could pitch in and help everybody at once, it'll be just like this.
Yeah.
Except it'll be on Easy Webinar, if we could ever figure that out.
Yeah.
And so we may be, talking to Mike and Darren here
Sooner than
next
later.
week about all that, just to iron out those. There's
Yeah.
a couple of little things that causes a glitch, and so we'll work
We're-
that out.
We're just preparing for growth because when we see so many
Yeah.
people at these Zooms, we get very close to the 100 mark and we can't take any more people. So
Yeah,
we're expanding for growth. Remember, we're going out this way. So we want to just prepare everybody to run your own.
yeah, we could conceivably fill this up with 100 people, and we don't have 100 here, but we came close the other night. We had almost 80 or so, and so
Mhm.
we just don't want to have anybody cut out, right?
Mhm.
So it's the only logical solution that we could do to help that.
Okay.
Anything else from that?
Anything
from your
else
end,
from the
Karen?
newbie Zooms? No.
Do we have a date for the start of those Zooms? No, we don't, Sandra.
The newbies are starting January 9th. We have a first one, January 9th, right?
Yeah,
We're going to be doing that one from Florida. We'll be in
January
Florida. at the time.
9th, or is it it's the Tuesday?
Or the Tuesday, whatever that.
7th.
We leave on the 6th, which is Sunday.
Okay, so 7th.
Seventh.
It's the 8th.
The 8th,
The
January
Tuesday.
8th. And we're going to do it from the golf court in Florida, Orlando.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. I'll see if Mickey can come.
Hang on, we're not going to draw yet. Keep
Come
them
on,
in
I'm just going
suspense.
to warm it up.
Well, we're using Adriana's guacamole bowl.
Guacamole bowl, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope that's okay, Adriana. Sorry. I did wash it.
Oh, it's official. Now,
Your
they
name's
have
in
jerk.
Uh, we don't have a list. We do have a list, Pat, but
Yeah.
we'll have to look that out. And the only reason why, because we don't want to cut people out. That's the only reason why
Yeah.
we're doing that. A couple of things before we do the draw. My gosh, it's 20-8. That's awesome. So here's another thing. And I want everybody to hear this because it seems that this isn't getting done, and this has to change. When you have a buyer and they book a call with me, and I do that call with them, I'll send you a note. 99 times out of 100, I'll send you a note. Sometimes I forget, and I'll tell you, this person is because right then they're really warm. Well, they're hot. They're a hot lead. Right? They've got all the information. They booked their call with me, for crying out loud, right? Or with any of these coaches. And so all your coaches are going to send you a private note in Flock and say, hey, just chatted with Sandy Sketchley. She's awesome. She's on fire. She's ready to go. Reach out to her in a day or two. So that's your job, is to reach out to that person that I just had a chat with and see where they're at, see what they need. And if you have something that needs to be ironed out, some sort of they want to buy, they can only afford 2 products. Okay, then let me know and we'll get them the paperwork. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we're really relying on you to close that circle. I just don't have the time to reach out to every single one of those buyers and follow up for you. Okay? So
Sometimes though, they request a follow-up call.
sometimes they do.
And
that's okay.
And Chris it's a shorter call. It's about 20-minute. And if they would like a follow-up call, he will more than happily do that. There's no charge. Like, they don't get charged extra for that.
Yeah.
Someone asked us that. Can they have a follow-up call? They absolutely can. If you can't answer their questions as a direct mentor, if you're just new and you want a follow-up call, then absolutely. You can just go to the coaching call tracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions about that?
That's the best goal of it.
Is
Yeah.
Abby's birthday January 8th? Wait a second.
Oh,
Wait.
you stop that. Our youngest business owner.
Abby, your birthday is January 8th. I can't even
Oh,
unmute you. And
Yes, it is.
Abby, how old are you going to be? 14.
No, I'm gonna be turning 8 years old.
oh my
On the,
gosh.
oh, wait.
On the 8th,
It's a champagne
Oh.
breakfast. Or, sorry.
champagne birthday.
I was thinking of this morning. Sorry, Abby. Sorry, Susan. That was offside. Champagne birthday. That's the numbers match up.
Abby, when we're in Florida, I'm going to make Chris take me to Disney World, and I'm going to buy you some Mickey Mouse ears. Okay?
Okay.
Or a princess crown, because it is your princess birthday, your royal birthday. I'll see. I'm going to pick you up a little something sweet.
Oh, that's awesome.
She wins
Abby.
the award for youngest business owner.
Yeah. Okay, so now
And
comes
I
the time
win
when
for the oldest.
you
almost.
no.
Say it, Chris. Go ahead. Go ahead. Here's your chance.
Karen's birthday. Karen's distributor numbers in Roman numerals. So, wow.
Okay, are we ready
She
for
coughed
this?
the other day, and she coughed the other day, and all that came out was dust. Okay. All right.
I love him. I love him. Okay, here we go. Drum roll.
Okay.
Here we go.
This is for $300. Josie Mitchell. Who is Josie Mitchell?
Is she in Susan's downline?
I don't know.
Oh,
Whose downline is unmute yourself and
if you know, maybe she's not here. Maybe she's not in the.
whose downline is it?
She's not in our downline. Does anybody know whose downline
Josie
she's
and
in?
Barry Mitchell.
Josie and Barry Mitchell.
Are they here? Let's see. Let's see. Doesn't matter. You don't have to be here to win it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what you guys think.
Okay, I'm gonna find her. Stand by.
Someone was waving there.
Unmute yourself and say that it is, and I'll try to find this person.
Is that not under Chris and Donna Morton's, Barry Mitchell's wife?
I'm not sure.
I think so.
Chris
Oh.
and Donna, are you guys still alive?
Chris and Donna.
See if I can find them.
I'm gonna unmute them.
There.
Hello, it's our people in Parkville, Vancouver.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
Yes.
Barry Mitchell's wife.
Okay,
Okay.
great. Now,
Yes.
Thank you. They'll be thrilled.
okay,
Okay.
great.
So
And
you
then-
can reach out to them and we will e-transfer them.
Yeah, tell them to shoot me
Okay.
a message and we'll,
That's fantastic.
$300. Thanks, guys.
yeah, you bet.
Our thought process was the $10 a day ad budget for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess you could use it for everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, congrats to Josie and Barry. Questions? Any questions that,
Congrats,
from
Josie.
anyone? Let's see if we just catch
Awesome.
up.
She's our gal. Okay. Awesome.
Happy birthday, Abby.
Best poll ever. Awesome.
Let's see, there's any questions, any outstanding questions there from anyone?
Or outstanding warrant.
Any outstanding ones?
Please
Peterson
know,
versus Strammer.
Chris and I are home all Christmas. We're going to be by ourselves because our Christmas was in November. We are going to unplug though for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but we will be available. We'll be on and off the airwaves. So, but we really strongly encourage you to unplug. And I know it's hard for us to unplug because we thought we're going to do it, but you were doing coaching calls on the drive to Kananaskis.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Oh, I know.
it's so addictive because it's such a positive environment. So,
That's
but
fun.
please try to unplug as we will. But reach out over the holidays, and we'll be traveling for the month of January. But that's the beauty of the business. The business is coming with us. So Chris is going to continue to do coaching calls while we're in Florida and Mexico, and we'll be connected. All like we won't
Step away from
unplug. Yeah, we won't step away.
We'll be with Mike and Darren in Mexico as well at the end of this month for the Rogers wedding. So we'll be able to iron some things out and, further
Come here.
mind
I
meld
think
with
you're
those
the
two.
youngest one. I got to show them McLean. McLean, where are you?
Right here,
Wait.
look.
Wait. See,
Look at that
this
young fella.
is McLean. I taught him. Was it kindergarten or grade 1?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. You were one of my favorites. Just saying. Anyway, don't tell anybody else that you were one of my favorites. Okay. Okay. But his mom and dad are Kim and Jeff Reinhardt and Kim McLean. Yeah. And so he came to the virtual party tonight, eh? Did you try the popcorn?
Happy Festivus.
How's your pop? Do you need more pop? Do you have school tomorrow? Skip it. Come stay with me
Did
tomorrow.
you get any cookies
Yeah,
in here?
never mind.
Get yourself a handful of cookies over there. There's cookies somewhere. She's got them. She hides them from me, but you should be able to find them. Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. I'm going to unmute everybody. Hang on a second.
So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. and we'll see you in the new year for sure.
Hey, give us
Bye,
thanks.
guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, everybody. Have a great
Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
year off right.
Merry Christmas.
All the best. Bye
Take care of that dog, Boyd.
All you.
Stay up too late.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all.
Have a good night, you guys.
Bye, Kelly.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Chris and Karen.
Thank you.
James, Jampa,
guys.
Rhonda. Oh, yes.
Who are you talking right now?
Oh, it's smooth.
Okay, night.
Bye.
Good night, guys.
Night.
Night.
Nice meeting you.